Hi, and welcome. Today we're going to talk about a powerful sales technique that you must know. Hopefully you already know this one, and if you do, it's just going to be some good review. If you don't, or if you haven't been in sales for a long time, or new to sales, it's an old sales technique, but yet it's very powerful. It's one of the basics, kind of the fundamentals of sales. Different people call it different things. But I'm going to tell you right now, this is the facts. The more yeses you get throughout your sales presentation, even if you're a speaker and you're talking in front of a room, the more yeses you get people to say, the more in line they're going to be with what you're talking about. If it's a sales presentation, the better chances you're going to have of getting that big yes at the end when you close the sale, or the contract, or the deal, or whatever's going on, right? Of course, you're never going to want to use that word contract with a client, right? Because contracts are kind of scary. But maybe it's a negotiation of a business deal or something like that. Obviously, there are these sales techniques. The sales techniques come in also, right? Okay. So, what is this sales technique? The more yeses you get throughout your presentation, the easier it's going to be to get that big yes at the end. What does this mean? Well, you have to ask things in a way that the client or prospect or potential prospect or potential client will definitely answer with a yes. Now, how do you do that, right? Well, it's simple. It's so easy, it should be illegal. It's very simple. Pay attention here. It's not illegal. It's not bad. You're helping someone make a decision. Keep that in mind. A lot of people have funny feelings about sales, but sales really is, the true Latin root is to serve. And what are you doing? What are you serving when you're selling? Well, you're helping someone to make a decision. Now, I'm going to assume that you believe in your product or service and you stand for a great company, or you are a great company. And if you believe in what you sell, then you need to help people make a decision to buy the right product or service. And if you don't have the right product or service for someone, be upfront. Tell them, hey, you know what? If you can afford the more expensive one, I would go with that one. If not, go ahead and grab this one. Be honest with people, and you'll be surprised at what might happen. Definitely, they might end up buying because they like your product, or they like you, or they like that you were straight with them. But if they don't buy, guess what they will do? They'll refer like crazy to you. So that one potential sale that you're going to give up turns into 10 more awesome sales. Think about it. Back to the story. Think about this, okay? If you had a simple technique to get people to say yes with every time you talk to them. Well, if you've been in sales for a little while, you might have heard this term as an NT phrase, or some people call it a tie down. What is this? As you're building value in your product or service, you want to get little commitments from that potential client or customer. How you do that, very simply, is ask questions or finish up your value building statement, or that little piece that you're on that builds some value, and you want them to agree with you. Answer with a shouldn't you, couldn't you, wouldn't you, isn't it? Yeah, it's that simple. What do I mean? Isn't Profit Mass the most incredible, amazing compilation of sales techniques and marketing ideas, business development tools and ideas that you've ever seen? Isn't it? Okay, so that's the idea. Wouldn't it be important for you to commit to learning and developing, growing in sales and marketing? Shouldn't you get started in Profit Mass right away? Wouldn't now be an excellent time to get started? Couldn't you go ahead and just upgrade right now and get more and more resources to grow in the areas of sales, marketing, business development, so you get better and better, make more sales, and build your business, and grow your profits, and grow your revenue, and explode your business? Wouldn't that be the best thing for you if you had amazing business going on? Shouldn't you go ahead and get started now? That's how easy it is. It's not rocket scientist. But you just heard me say shouldn't you, couldn't you, wouldn't you, several different times. getting you to say yes, 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 yes. And even if you don't verbally get the response from your potential client or customer, you can definitely get their brain thinking, shouldn't I, couldn't I, wouldn't I, isn't it? Does that make sense? So as you offer your product and you build value in your product, get a tie down, is what the old term was. Gentleman from the old days of sales, Tom Hopkins, still around, still doing sales trainings and speaking, made it very famous. But it's been used by many of top speakers, sales trainers. It's a simple little technique, but it does help that potential client or customer make a decision, agree. And plain and simple, if they're not tracking with you, you're not going to put some wooey on them to force them to say yes, okay? So there's nothing about integrity here, nothing you have to worry about using this simple little technique. I will tell you this, if for some reason they don't believe in your product, they don't believe in your service, and you're going, you shouldn't, you couldn't, you wouldn't, you're going to notice one of two things. Either they're going to lie to you and go, yeah, and you're going to see in their face and their physiology and their tone of voice that they are not agreeing. Okay, so watch for that. And the other thing is, if they're straight with you, you built some good rapport, they trust you, they're going to tell you straight out. I don't see where this is the best thing for me, because I looked at your competition and I think they have more features, more benefits, and I think it's a lot less money. So I kind of want to go with that. Sorry, but that's the facts. At that point, now you have an opportunity to address those issues so you know what the real problem is. Does that make sense? So this can help you in more than just one way. But for the person that is excited about your product or service but a little scared to make a decision, this is going to urge them to go ahead and get started now. And you are going to close that sale. You're going to get that big yes at the end. To getting more yeses, see you next time.